Ladies and gentlemen, there's a silent killer, more dangerous than failure, more common than fear, and more accepted than mediocrity. It's waiting. Waiting for the right time. Waiting until it feels perfect. Waiting for motivation, permission, clarity, something, anything. But here's the raw truth, especially for anyone chasing success in America right now. You're running out of tomorrows. The goals you keep pushing off, the business you want to build, the weight you want to lose, the person you want to become, they're all dying in the land of maybe tomorrow. In this speech, we'll shatter the illusions of time, perfection, and procrastination. You'll learn how to start acting with urgency, how to wake up with clarity, and how to build a life so aligned with your vision that every day feels like forward motion. Because one day, you won't get another tomorrow. And your only regret will be that you waited. The lie of all "I'll do it later." Let's begin with this. Later is a luxury most people don't have, but they act like it's a right. Procrastination isn't just a delay in action. It's a slow suicide of your future. Every time you delay a task, a decision, a leap, you're giving up a piece of the life you could have built. And the worst part, it doesn't always feel like failure. It feels normal, acceptable, even safe. That's why it's deadly. You tell yourself you'll start tomorrow, that you'll save later, that you'll chase the dream once the timing feels right. But your time is not guaranteed. The clock isn't waiting for your excuses to expire. It's moving, with or without you. You think you're buying time, but every "I'll do it later" is actually selling your future for the price of comfort. Discipline is when you do what you should, especially when no one's watching. Urgency is when you do it because you realize no one's coming to save you. Here's how to stop losing your future one day at a time. Kill the myth of motivation. You don't need to feel ready, you need to act ready. Start small, but start now. A micro action is 100 times better than a mega plan never executed. Track time like it's money, because it is. Every hour wasted is an hour you'll never get back. Use accountability. Tell someone, post your goal, make your commitment public. You'll never change your life until you change what you do daily. And you'll never change what you do daily if you keep believing you've got forever. Your dreams aren't waiting on more time. They're waiting on you to stop wasting it. Doing nothing isn't neutral. It's expensive. Every time you avoid the work, every time you skip the workout, every time you scroll instead of study, binge instead of build, or sleep instead of start, you're not just taking a break. You're compounding your failure. We all talk about compound interest when it comes to wealth, but there's something even more powerful and more dangerous than compound financial gain. But there's something even more powerful and more dangerous than compound financial gain. See, success and failure don't show up overnight. They accumulate. Every decision, every choice, every excuse, they either stack in your favor or they stack against you. And here's what that looks like in real life. One missed workout turns into two. One skipped project becomes a backlog. One excuse becomes a habit. One "I'll do it tomorrow" becomes 365 lost days. Until you wake up and realize a whole year vanished and you're no closer to where you said you'd be. That's not time slipping away. That's you giving it away. Let's break the cycle. Audit your lost hours. Track how many hours you spend daily on mindless distraction. Add it up. You'll be shocked. Most Americans waste 3 to 6 hours per day on social media or entertainment. Reverse the equation. Ask yourself, what if I'd used that time to build something real? A business, a skill, a body, a brand. Imagine where you'd be right now if you had started 6 months ago. Treat time like it's perishable. Time is not like money. You can't earn it back once it's gone. It's dead forever. Create sacred windows. Block 90-minute windows every day for deep work. No scrolling, no multitasking, no distractions. That alone will change your life trajectory in 1 year. The cost of inaction is invisible until it's unbearable. And if you're not where you want to be right now, chances are it's not because you failed. It's because you hesitated. You delayed. You told yourself soon. But remember this, time doesn't care about your excuses. The future doesn't accept IOUs. Your success is waiting, but it won't wait forever. So what are you doing today, right now, that your future self will thank you for? Because you're building something, whether you know it or not. And doing nothing, that builds regret. You don't need more time. You just need to make a decision. You already know what you need to do. You already know what's holding you back. You already know the steps that could change your life. It's not a lack of knowledge. It's not a lack of resources. It's not that the path isn't clear. It's that you're still undecided. You're still negotiating with yourself. You're still caught in the loop of what if and not yet. But let me tell you something. Indecision is the enemy of success. Indecision kills momentum. Indecision is just a clever way to stay stuck while sounding smart. How many people do you know who say things like left double quotation mark, right double quotation mark, left double quotation mark, left double quotation mark, when I feel ready? They're not planning, they're postponing. And every day they wait, their dreams grow colder, their energy fades, their chances shrink. Because the more you wait to decide, the easier it becomes not to. Here's the breakthrough mindset. Action breeds clarity. Don't wait for confidence to take action. Take action, and confidence will come. The longer you sit in uncertainty, the foggier your future gets. Make the decision, then make it right. Stop fearing the wrong move. Most of your progress will come from iteration, not perfection. Close the escape routes. Burn the backup plans. Stop making quitting an option. When you commit without a plan B, you discover how powerful plan A can become. Build the habit of instant alignment. Ask, does this decision align with the life I said I wanted? If not, it's a distraction. Eliminate it. You want more results? Make faster decisions. Make bolder decisions. Make decisions your future self will thank you for, not ones that make your present feel comfortable. Because every minute you delay is a minute you'll wish you had back. And one day, that minute will be your last. Most people are one decision away from a completely different life, but they spend their entire life not making it. You've waited long enough. You've hesitated long enough. It's time to stop playing your success and start building it. You are not waiting for the right moment. You're avoiding responsibility, and it ends now. Your excuses are just stories you've rehearsed too often. Here's something that should shake your soul a little. Excuses don't protect you. They imprison you. Every excuse you repeat becomes a story you start to believe. And the more you repeat it, the more it becomes part of your identity. I'm too busy. I'm not that talented. Left double quotation mark, left double quotation mark. Your story can be rewritten, but not until you admit you're the author. You've convinced yourself that your limitations are real, when really, they're just comfortable lies wrapped in logic. And that's dangerous. Because logic doesn't build empires. Logic doesn't create transformation, emotion, discipline, courage, action. That's what moves people. Light how? Ready to shift your inner narrative? Here's how. Audit your excuses. Write them down. Seriously, list every reason you think you haven't succeeded yet, then cross out every one that starts with I can't, I don't, or I'm not. Ask yourself, who benefits from this excuse? You? No. Your goals? No. Your fears and distractions? Yes. Replace I can't with how can I. Your brain is a problem solver, but it only works if you give it the right prompt. Make your environment your ally. Surround yourself with people who call out your excuses, not coddle them. Discipline your language. Change "I have to" into "I get to." Change "someday" into "today." Change "if" into "when." You don't need more motivation. You need fewer excuses. Stop rehearsing your limitations. Start practicing your power. Excuses will always be there. So will distractions. So will fear. The question is, which one are you letting lead your life? Because every excuse is just a brick in the wall between you and the person you could have become. And that future version of you, they're not watching your potential. They're watching your patterns. Right now, pick one excuse you've been hiding behind. Write it on paper. Rip it up. Burn it. Destroy it physically and mentally. Then take one bold action to move toward your goal, even if it's small. Because you can't outgrow the life you're unwilling to outact. The clock is ticking. Own every second, like it's your last. Here's something most people avoid thinking about. You are dying. That's not meant to scare you. It's meant to wake you up. Every second you waste, every hour you scroll, every day you drift, that's life you don't get back. And no matter how positive your mindset is, how healthy your habits are, or how smart you think you are, you don't get a refund on time. This is the harsh truth. You're not too busy. You're just not prioritizing what matters. You're not waiting for the right moment. You're just afraid to begin. You're not too much energy. You're wasting it on meaningless distractions. And while you're putting things off for someday, the clock keeps moving. It doesn't pause. It doesn't slow down for your fears. It just keeps ticking. You want to change your life? Start by respecting your time like it matters. Here's how high performers do it. Start your day with intention, not reaction. No more waking up and checking your phone first. Owning the morning, and you will own the day. Protect your hours like they're money, because they are, and they're more valuable than dollars. Schedule your priorities instead of prioritizing your schedule. Stop multitasking. It's a lie. Focus is your superpower in the distracted world. Be present or be poor in results, focus, and fulfillment. Track your time like a savage. Want to find the gaps? Audit your week. You'll find hours that could have changed your life if you had used them on the right things. Because your future isn't waiting for you, it's counting on you. The richest people on earth aren't the ones with the most money. They're the ones who mastered their time. Time is your most ruthless teacher. It gives the test first and the lesson afterward. If you're not intentional with how you use it, you'll spend the next 10 years wishing you had started right now. Right now, open your calendar. Block out 2 hours tomorrow for deep, undistracted work on your mission. Label it non-negotiable. Treat it like $1 million meeting with your future self. Because that's exactly what it is. Motivation is a liar. You need relentless discipline. Here's the truth that very few people want to hear. Motivation is a scam. It shows up when it feels like it. It disappears when you need it most. It gives you highs, but it doesn't give you results. If you're depending on motivation, you're building your future on sand. That's why successful people don't chase motivation. They build discipline. Discipline is what wakes you up when you don't feel like it. Discipline is what gets you to show up when no one's clapping. Discipline is what keeps the needle moving when everyone else is making excuses. Lie discipline always wins. Motivation is emotion. Discipline is a decision. You can't control how you feel every day, but you can control what you do, regardless of how you feel. Discipline builds identity. Every time you follow through, especially when it's hard, you cast a vote for the person you want to become. Discipline creates momentum. You don't get momentum by starting. You get momentum by not stopping. Discipline unlocks freedom. When you master your habits, your emotions, and your actions, you stop being a slave to the chaos around you. Discipline protects your future. You won't always be inspired, but if you're disciplined, you'll always be moving forward. Success doesn't care how you feel. It only listens to what you do consistently. You can have goals. You can have dreams. You can have vision boards, affirmations, and intentions. Right now, commit to one habit you will show up for daily for the next 30 days. It doesn't have to be big. 30 minutes of focused work, 1 hour of fitness, 15 minutes of journaling, reading 10 pages of a personal growth book, saying no to a specific distraction. Track it, stack it, protect it. Because the habit you build today is the life you'll live tomorrow. Motivation is optional. Discipline is not. But if you don't have discipline, you're just hoping. Potential means nothing without execution. Everyone loves being told they have potential. But here's what no one wants to admit. Potential is just wasted greatness waiting to die. The world doesn't reward you for what you could do. It rewards you for what you actually do. You could have talent. You could have intelligence. You could have the best ideas in the world. But none of that means anything without execution. And that's why so many people stay stuck. They think their potential will carry them forward, but they don't realize potential without execution is the slowest death. Lie number 1-3. The execution mindset that separates winners from wishers. Done is better than perfect. Most people wait until the plan is perfect, but champions act, adjust, then act again. They don't overthink. They override doubt with movement. Clarity comes through action. Stop waiting to feel ready. You'll get clarity after you move, not before. The battlefield reveals more than the blueprint. The gap between you and success is execution. Not money, not talent, not connections. Just execution. The comfort zone is the silent killer of potential. Every day you stay there, your future becomes harder to reach. So, get uncomfortable. Intentionally, repeatedly, relentlessly. Regret is heavier than discipline. Discipline weighs ounces. Regret weighs tons. And once it settles in, it doesn't leave quietly. Execution does. You already know what you need to do. You just haven't been doing it consistently enough, urgently enough, or intensely enough. But your future self, they're not interested in your potential anymore. They're desperate for your execution. Pick one idea, dream, or plan you've been sitting on, and take immediate action on it today, even if it's messy, even if it's small, even if it scares you. Make the call, build the outline, write the first page, launch the beta, post the first video, send the pitch, act like you're running out of time. Because you are. Live today. Like it's the preview of your legacy. Let's cut straight to it. You don't get to live forever, but your legacy might. Most people don't live. They just survive. They do enough to get by, enough to not fail, enough to stay comfortable, but not enough to matter. And what they forget is this: every day is a preview of your legacy. Every choice builds your reputation. Every action shapes your impact. Every habit scopes the story they'll tell about you when you're gone. So what will your story say? Will it say you had potential, but played small? Will it say you were talented, but too distracted? Or will it say you showed up every single day, even when you were tired, broke, overlooked, or underestimated? Because legacy isn't built in one big heroic moment. It's built in 1,000 small ones. Saying yes to the hard things. Saying no to the distractions. Showing up when no one else does. Doing what's right even when it's not easy. Leading yourself before trying to lead others. You don't need to be perfect, but you do need to be intentional. Every single day. Live like your future self is watching, but act like your legacy is already being written. 'Cause it is. And you don't get to edit the past. You only get to control right now. Tonight, before you go to sleep, write down 3 things. What your future self would thank you for doing tomorrow. What your legacy would be if today was the last chapter. what you're committed to changing, starting now. Read it, own it, then act on it. This isn't motivation. This is your new standard. Excuses are dead. Distractions are gone. You've got one shot at this life, and your future self is counting on you to rise.